students, welcome back to physics online class. So in last videos we were discussing on moving charges and magnetic field. So let's continue with the same part. So in case of that moving charges and magnetic field, so we will understand that Ampere circuit law. So in case of that Ampere circuit law, so Ampere circuit law. So in case of that Ampere circuit law, the line integral of magnetic field around any closed surface is equal to mu naught times of total current enclosed by it. So surface integration of B into D of L is equal to mu naught into I here. So surface integration of B into D of L is equal to mu naught into I here. So mu naught times of total current or mu naught times of net current enclosed by it. So for example, consider this is one surface. So magnetic field answer, current is, so inward sir, cross mark indicates that inward direction of the current and dot mark indicates that outward directional of the current here. So cross mark indicates that field lines are inward here, so dot indicates that outward direction here. So total current, so I will consider, so inward I will take it as a positive, outward I will take it as a negative here. So like that I will consider. So in case of that Ampere circuit law, the total current or the line integral of magnetic field around any closed circuit is equal to mu naught times of the total current enclosed by it. So in case of that Ampere circuit law, so depends on that Ampere circuit law, we are going to be write the expression for magnetic field in case of a, so infinite straight wire here. So magnetic field in case of infinite straight wire. So magnetic field in case of that infinite straight wire. So for example, this is one infinite straight wire. Let R be the position of the point of observation. So at this position, what will be the magnetic field value I need to find out. So in case of that, so B is equal to mu naught into I divided by 2 pi of R here. What is the mathematical expression here? So B is equal to mu naught into I divided by 2 pi R here. So in this infinite straight wire, so nearby this infinite straight wire, I will place one magnet here. So that magnet having the magnetic moment M here. So for example, this is one magnet, north pole and south pole. So this magnet having the magnetic moment M here. So what is the force experience on this magnet I need to determine. So force F is equal to mv sin theta, I will consider that. So force F is equal to m into d. So if it is perpendicular means, so this magnet is perpendicular to the wire means theta is 90 degrees, sin 90 is 1 here. So F is equal to m into b, I will write it here. So where m into b value I know that. So what's that b value? Mu naught I divided by 2 pi r. Mu naught I divided by 2 pi r here. So F is equal to m into mu naught into I divided by 2 pi r here. So F is equal to m into mu naught into I divided by 2 pi r here. So now let me consider that what is the work done to rotate here. So for example, this is one magnet I consider. So I want to rotate this magnet. So one rotation. So in order to rotate that magnet, what is the amount of work done I need to determine here. So work done. So work done is equal to what? So force into displacement here. So work done to rotate the magnet here. So work done to rotate the magnet, force into displacement. What is that force value here? Mu naught n into I, mu naught, once again. So m into mu naught into I divided by 2 pi r. So if it is moving along a circular path means displacement I will take it as a circumference of the circle. So that work done I will take it as a, so work done W is equal to m into mu naught into I here, where m represents that magnetic moment here. So what's that n represents here? So m represents magnetic moment. So for example, if it makes a number of rotations, for that number of rotation, n into m into mu naught into I here. So look at here, where n indicates that number of rotation, where n represents that number of rotation, and that M represents that magnetic moment here. M represents that magnetic moment. So where I represents that current through the straight wire here. So in case of that, work done to rotate the pole strength. So pole strength value I consider as a M here. So one is north pole and south pole. So magnetic monopole does not exist. So I consider one magnet here. So when the magnet is placed perpendicular to the or nearby this infinite straight wire, force experienced by the wire is this much, and work done to rotate that magnet is, so that work done is force into displacement. So finally I got that M into mu naught into I here. So where M represent that magnetic moment here. For number of rotation I will consider N into M into mu naught into I here. So now let me consider that in case of that ampere circuit law, for example, I will consider one straight wire. That straight wire I will bend into a square form. Its side value is A here. So for example, I will consider one wire here. That wire is bent into that square form. So if the wire is bent into a square form means, so what will be the magnetic induction or magnetic field at the center of the square I need to find out here. So look at here. So I will consider one wire here. That wire I will bend into a different shape. So one I will bend into a square shape, another one is a triangle shape and hexagon shape. So in that situation, a wire is bent into square shape. A wire is bent into a square shape here. So for example, so this is the square here. So wire is bent into a square shape. So side value is A here. So I want to get that what is the magnetic field at the center of this square. Magnetic field at the center of the square is B is equal to 8 into root 2 mu naught by 4 pi into I here. So I amount of current is flowing in this wire. What is the connecting formula here? So B is equal to 8 into root 2 mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught by 4 pi into I here. So this is the required formula to get the magnetic field at the center of the square. Suppose if the wire is bent into a triangular shape, so like this. So current is flowing in this fashion. So A is the side value I consider here. Then what about the magnetic field at the center of the triangle here? So magnetic field at the center of the triangle, so that is 18 into mu naught I divided by 4 pi. What is the connecting formula here? Magnetic field at the center of the triangle is, so B of C is equal to 18 into mu naught I divided by 4 pi here. So if it is bent into a hexagon shape, for example, so if this is bent into a hexagon shape here, so if it bent into a hexagon shape, then now my intention is to calculate that what will be the magnetic field at the center of the hexagon. So magnetic field at the center of this hexagon is 4 into root 3 mu naught by 4 pi into I. So this is the connecting formula. What is the connecting formula here? So B of C is equal to 4 into root 3 mu naught by 4 pi into I. So mu naught by 4 pi standard value I am having. So 10 to the power of minus 7 here. Mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. So B of C is equal to 4 into root 3 mu naught by 4 pi into I. So this is the connecting formula for to determine the magnetic field at the center of the square, center of the triangle and center of the hexagon here. So hope you are understanding these things. Now let me consider that two wires here. These two wires I will place it in a parallel manner. So now I want to calculate that what is the magnetic field intensity at particular point here. So for example, magnetic field at the particular point if the two wires are placed parallel to each other. So for example, so I will consider the two wire here. So one wire is AB here, another wire is CD here, another wire is CD. these two wires are placed parallel to each other. Here current I1 is flowing and here current I2 is flowing in the same direction here, and let R be the separation between these two wires here. So R be the separation between these two wires. So now let me choose that one point here. So this is point P here and another one is point Q here. So now my intention is to determine that what is the net magnetic field at point P as well as net magnetic field at point Q. So when the current I1 and I2 is flowing in the same direction, so current I1 is upward direction and I2 is also in a upward direction, then magnetic field at point P, let me calculate here, that is mu naught divided by 2 pi here, mu naught divided by 2 pi I1, current I1 is flowing here. So look at here, this point P is at a distance x from the first wire here. So mu naught by x here minus of. So what is the distance from that point of observation to second wire here? Total distance is r. This distance is x, means remaining distance is what? R minus of x here. So shall I take this one as a I2 divided by R minus of x here. So this is the formula to determine that magnetic field at point P here. What about the magnetic field at point Q here? So magnetic field at point Q is mu naught by 2 pi, so mu naught by 2 pi I1 divided by. So look at here, so from that wire, first wire to this point Q is at a distance y here. What's the distance here? Y amount of distance is there, so plus of I2. Then what is the distance from the second wire? This distance is r, this distance is y, so that will be r plus of y. So this is the connecting formula. So if the current is flowing in the two wire in the same direction, if that current is flowing in a opposite direction, so in that first wire current I1 is flowing in upward direction, in the second wire current I2 is flowing in a downward direction, then what's that formula here? So that formula will get changed, just I will change the sign here. So I1 by x plus of I2 divided by r minus of x, this will be negative here. So if the current is flowing in opposite direction, this is the formula. If the current is flowing in a same direction, means this will be the formula here. So now in case of these two parallel wire, let me find out that null point. So null point means where the magnetic field will be 0. So that point I will name it as a null point here. So I want to calculate that null point. So when the two wires placed parallel to each other here, so this one is AB is one wire and CD is another wire, D be the distance between these two wires here. So now let me consider that current I1 is flowing here, that current I2 is flowing in the same direction. Current I1 and I2 is flowing in a same direction. So for example here, that at point P I will get that zero magnetic field here. So this location just I will take at a distance of x from the first wire here, and that value is, so null point is at a distance x from the first wire, so that distance x is equal to d divided by I2 by I1 plus or minus of 1 here. So what's that equation here? X is equal to d divided by I2 by I1 plus or minus of 1. When should I take that plus 1 here? So plus 1 is applicable when current I1 is less than that of current I2 here. So current in the first wire is less than that of current in the second wire. So if I1 is less than that of I2, when that null point is exist between the wire. So if the null point is occurs between the wire, so this is the formula here. Suppose if that null point is exist outside the wire, so if that null point is exist outside the wire, means so null point formula x is equal to d divided by I2 by I1 minus of 1. This is the connecting formula to get that null point or zero magnetic field value between the wires. This is the connecting formula. Outside the wire, this will be the connecting formula. So hope you will remember this formula. So null point in case of the two wires, these two wires are placed parallel to each other. So now let me consider that. So for example, in case of that Ampere circuit law, so what is the equation for force between two parallel wire or force per unit length in case of a two parallel wire when that current is flowing in the same direction here. Force between two parallel wire when current is flowing in same direction. So look at here, when that current is flowing in the same direction here, this one is wire AB, another wire is CD here, distance between them is D amount here, and current I1 and here that current I2, and these two currents are flowing in the same direction here. So in this situation, whether there exists an attractive force or repulsive force between two wire here, if that current is flowing in the same direction means there will be a attractive force here. If that current is flowing in a opposite direction means there will be a repulsive force. So look at here. So I want to calculate that. So I want to come to know that what about the force between the two wire. So if the current is flowing in the same direction here, so if the current is flowing in the same direction means, so that will be a attractive force. If the current is in a opposite direction means there will be a repulsive force here. So that force per unit length F by L here. So force per unit length is equal to mu naught I1 into I2 divided by 2 pi of dr, 2 pi of r here. Separation is r amount. Force is equal to what? F by L means force per unit length of the wire. So force act is mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi r here. So F by L or small f I will consider. Force per unit length is mu naught I1 I2 divided by 2 pi r. Force is mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi r here. So in this situation, so I will consider that one straight wire here, another one is rectangular loop I will consider here. So for example, so one is straight wire here AB. So nearby this straight wire I will consider one rectangular coil here, CD, E and F here. So in that straight wire current I1 is flowing, in that rectangular coil current I2 is flowing here. So in that rectangular coil current I2 is flowing here. So distance between wire AB and this first face, so this distance is A I will consider, and this distance will be B I will take it here. Then what about the force I need to calculate here? So force F is equal to mu naught divided by 2 pi I1 by A minus of I2 by B here. What's the formula here? F is equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 by A minus of I2 by B here. So in this situation, one is straight wire, another one is one rectangular loop is there. So in that straight wire current I1 is flowing, in that rectangular loop current I2 is flowing. So in that situation, so I need to find that force between that force on that rectangular loop here. So force on the rectangular loop is, so F is equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 by A minus of I2 by B here. So this is the connecting formula. So now let me consider that. So instead of that, sorry, now let me consider that one wire here. That wire is support to the rigid supporter here. So this wire is fixed to the rigid supporter. So in this wire current I1 is flowing here. So now let me consider at a certain distance from this wire. So at a distance R, let me consider that another wire. So in that wire current I2 is flowing, it is in opposite direction. So current is flowing in a opposite direction here. So now I want to make this second wire as a stationary here. So first wire is attached between the two rigid supporter here. So second wire should be so present stationary, or it should be hang freely here. So in order to in order to make that second wire as a freely, or in order to make that second wire as a stationary here, second wire should be stationary. Stationary means it should not be get fall down here. So this second wire must be stay at same point or stationary here. In order to stay that second wire at a stationary, then what will be the force I need to calculate here? So that force formula I need to consider here. So what's that force is required here? force F is equivalent to a M into G here. So it is act as a force between two parallel wire. What is the connecting formula I said here? So force between two parallel wire is mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi R. It is equal to M into G here. Mass per unit length I will consider. So what should be the mass of that wire? So M by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi R into G here. So M by L is equal to what? So M by L is equal to mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi R into G here. So mass per unit length I will consider here. So M by L is nothing but a mu naught I1 I2 into L divided by 2 pi R into G here. So for example, so I got the equation for that force between the two wire. If suppose, so if I consider that 3 wire here, then what about the force between the 3 wires I need to consider? So force per unit length. So force per unit length means F by L I will consider. So force per unit length in case of 3 wires. So for example, let me consider that wire A here. In that wire A, current I1 is flowing. In that wire B, current I2 is flowing here. So now let me consider that another wire. So that is wire C here. So in that wire, current I3 is flowing here. So in that third wire, current I3 is flowing here. So distance is D1 here, and this distance will be D2 I will consider here. So now what is the force per unit length on that wire C here? So I will consider that force per unit length on wire C here. Force per unit length on wire C. So that is F by L, or so small f I will consider. So small f represents that force per unit length. So that is mu naught by 4 pi I1 into I3 divided by D1 here. So minus of I2 into I3 divided by D2. So that is force per unit length on the third wire here. So if that force per unit length on the third wire is 0, means shall I equate here I1 into I3 divided by D1 is equal to I2 into I3 divided by D2 here. I1 divided by D1 is equal to I2 divided by D2 here. So this is the connecting formula.